team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles. Taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Seminoles offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs. Stars in their own right, David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it up like this, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
The gun to give to the back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. Top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there as we get closer to the playoff. It becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now. They're in position as a top 5 team to reach the college football playoff, but you've got to keep winning, and that's got to be the mindset. And coming into today, they have to bring their A game to the field.
And we're still in the middle of the season, so there's so many ways to still make a good impression for this squad, and we still have conference championships for some. We have great matchups that will decide, just like we've seen in past years, right? Comes down the stretch, who's playing the best.
Snagged in the middle, it's Cook. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Handoff from the shotgun. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. They'll leave it with him. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. Quick strike through the air for the score.
How do you take the crowd out of the game? Do exactly that. Take the football, drive right down the field, prove you're the better team, give them nothing to cheer about. That is a picture-perfect first drive.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So NC State's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him, and if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in motion, stack releases, find him some access, because there's no doubt this guy can run routes, he can catch the football, and he's dangerous after he has the football. So let's see some added wrinkles in what this offense and how they take the next step based on what he did last time.
They'll run play action. Makes the grab. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. NC State going up tempo. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Unloads to the right. Wide open downfield. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. They're going to run it. They make the stop, but he got work done on the ground, picking up 6 to the 23. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give to the back. He breaks it and runs, and another broken tackle. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. From the gun, the ground game. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use...
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. They'll start this drive going to the air. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Burns.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. The Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got his man on the right. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw on first down. That pass is incomplete, but this has been a period in which the offenses have shined. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. On the ground, it's Craig. Makes it past the marker. Turning it on. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Florida State.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. To the air on first down. Got a man, it's Pierre. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Here's the handoff. Looks as if NC State has a first down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
Now on first down from the 30. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Pretty good job of running to get there to the 32. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Here's the pressure. With the catch, it's Morton. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. NC State quick to the line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer.
There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
He's got an open man. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. And it won't make the connection going for the big play.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. Touchdown, NC State! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. They're dealing with a second and long. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. The run from the shotgun. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Second down, they'll go to the air. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He'll take it himself. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. Moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Gives it on the option. Finding an escape route. Breaks into the open. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. NC State going up tempo.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Yates. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. Got it looking for the first down. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. It is good. That'll bring him to within
listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you got to stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Makes the grab. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. And the Knowles in the hurry up. Offense changing the play. Wants to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Cook. And guys with the empty backfield on second and short, might they take a shot here? Back to pass. It's complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Looking downfield on first down. Finds the tight end. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. A shot for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Raleigh has given us a fun first half.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and to get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
On 30 short, they'll go to the power running game. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Now, we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
NC State quick to the line. Third down play from the gun. using his legs to buy some time. Oh, he's got some space. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Using his legs, it's Yates. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. Power football with the one. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. He's got the tight end. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. NC State started this drive with terrible field position, but now a little room to operate. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They'll run it. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jason.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And some room to work. Turning it on. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Nice play offensively. You go with the toss to the left, and how about the blocking downfield by the wide receiver on that play? If you're going to run to the perimeter, you got to have guys doing work downfield for you, and they had it on that one.
Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
Got it in the middle, it's Burns. Still running at the 40, right down the gut of the field. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, no! When that receiver got three, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
On the run from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's...
Hits the afterburner! And he was off to the races, finally tipped up at the 36. NC State going up tempo.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? They'll run it out of the shotgun. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. Big play to start the drive, a little tougher sense. Now a crucial 3rd down on this drive. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Grabbed in the middle, it's Yates. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. NC State on the move, set up with another 1st down. They'll go to the ground. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. No more room to run as this defense rises up on 3rd down, and now it's 4th down from the 22. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Never a doubt. That'll cut the lead to 1, 28-27.
And this offense obviously wanted to take the lead, but they chip into the lead a little bit. Now they're going to need their defense. Just give me another opportunity. They only need a field goal in the 4th quarter. Nice job cutting into that lead.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Leaves it with the back. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Burns. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. The Noles moving quickly to the line.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. And the Seminoles can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
He wants to throw it again. Got the quick pass. Almost had a lot more room there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 36.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win. Catch in the middle. It's Burns.
A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got it on the move. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Keeps looking downfield. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Seminoles! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
He'll return it. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. Now let's see if they can pull this one out. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
NC State quick to the line.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Right back to the well. There he goes. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
Well, right away after picking up the 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on the 1st down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Catch in the middle, it's Morton. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Big moment here for the defense. Can you come up with one more stop? You've got the lead. It's 4th and short. You're kind of in no man's land, so you're expecting them to go for it. If you can get off the field right here, you can win this game.
Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward if they're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46.
How many ways can I get it to my running back who's a baller in space? This is a really good job. Just toss it to him, right? I want to throw it to him. Yeah, I want to run up the middle, but I want to get it to him as many ways as I can. Toss it to him, get him on the edge, do a good job sealing the edge. He'll do the rest. Just give him the ball in space, good things will happen.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got their lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
Man, I can't do that here, right? I got the football. I got the lead. The clock is my friend, and now I cough it up. Offense, have to understand the situation, have to understand I got to get to the ground. I can make sure I don't fight for extra yards. I make sure I don't fumble.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
After getting 4 sacks last game, this defense really is trying to create an identity as being one of the better pass rushing units in the entire country. Haven't really seen that, though, in this game so far until that last play. Now let's see how that affects the rest of this game.
The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on second down. Wants to go up top. Got a man. It's Morton. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. NC State has to come up with a big play here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath, because in the fourth quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Hey, man, that was just perfect execution offensively. On a fourth down like that, if you're going to throw a completion, get the first and keep the drive alive, QB's got to be great with his eyes. He's got to throw it on time. His target has to be in the perfect place at the perfect time, and you got to be able to haul it in. They checked all the boxes on that fourth down.
They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Back to pass on second down. Right down the middle. Complete to the right. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Tight end finds a soft spot. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Looking to fire. Quick strike complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
I love defenses that make big plays, that understand what they're trying to get from the offense, understand how to attack it, jump some of these routes, make these interceptions, and then not only that, when you get the football, try to do something with it. Don't slide down. Don't take a knee. Try to bring that thing back to the house. You set your offense up for great field position.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. It's Burns. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.